strengthen Kentucky's drunk driving laws. Attorney General Fred Cowan. For children of single-parent families, he spurred a crackdown on deadbeats who dodge child support. Fred Cowan. For families racked by domestic violence and child abuse, he helped pass tough new laws to detect and punish crimes once ignored. He's fighting to protect Kentucky's children. Fred Cowan for Lieutenant Governor.
Just because a car's practical doesn't mean it can't be fun. Meet Max, the new special Max Edition Mercury Topaz. Maximum value, maximum style. Just check out these extras. But for a limited time only. The special Max Edition Mercury Topaz at your Lincoln Mercury dealer now.
Larry Hopkins won't discuss the issues. He says he doesn't have to. Larry Hopkins won't debate. He says he doesn't have the time. Hopkins says he went to Purdue and SMU, but they have no record of him. And Hopkins says he served in the Korean War, but the record shows he never served there. Larry Hopkins will say anything to get a vote. So have your say. Larry Forgy. Forgy, Republican for governor.
Or if it's good Kentucky beef. With the Kentucky label, we can help our own farmers and provide jobs for our own people.
I remember Brereton Jones talking about helping farmers back in '87. Unlike a lot of politicians, he actually did what he said he'd do. Today, the Made in Kentucky label has been developed and will soon be in grocery stores. Folks, Brereton Jones is the only candidate for governor with a real plan for helping farmers. I know Brereton Jones will put the people first.
This is your 24-hour news station, WHAS-TV, Louisville. Now, from WHAS-TV, this is 5:30 Action 11 News.
Whether it's getting your fill at the chow wagon, cheering on contestants in the mini marathon, or watching dozens of balloons fill the skies, this weekend has something for everyone as Louisville gets ready for Derby. Good evening, I'm Melissa Forsythe.
And I'm Frank Hudson. Well, Derby Week did officially kick off today as more than 2,000 people attended the annual They're Off luncheon.
Lawrence Smith is standing by at the Commonwealth Convention Center with another traditional Derby feast, the Running Wild Pasta Dinner.
Well, Frank and Melissa, no steak and mint juleps here. This is strictly pasta. 1,500 pasta dinners to be served to those who are running tomorrow's mini marathon and to the general public as well. You know, last weekend's thunder over Louisville notwithstanding, today really kicks off Derby Festival Week, and that means lots of work and worry for the Derby staff.
Kentucky Derby Festival.
Organized chaos. That best describes the atmosphere at Derby Festival headquarters.
Who's this for?
Although festival planning is a year-round job, the intensity level is cranked up starting now. Today's They're Off luncheon was the first of more than 80 official events packed into Derby Week, with 25 events this weekend alone.
Last night I still had people on the radio at 3:30 this morning, so that'll give you some indication of it. It depends on what happens, but they're normally putting in 12, 18-hour days as a minimum.
For the 15 full-time festival staff, phones and radios are constant companions as they try to coordinate more than 3,000 volunteers and hundreds of VIPs and media. And festival organizers say the scheduled appearance of General Norman Schwarzkopf has heightened national and international interest.
A lot of the national and international media that covers the Derby that come in on Friday or Saturday for that have called us and said, we'd like to come in on Thursday and cover the parade and the concert on Derby Eve and some of the other things you're doing. And this week they've even said, that, what about that great steamboat race you have?
Of course, we're inside here and weather is no problem, but that is a big worry for other events. The first event that may fall victim is the great balloon race, and our Barry Burnson is standing by live at the fairgrounds where the balloon race will lift off tomorrow morning. Maybe. Barry?
Well, Lawrence, this is the field from which, at the Kentucky Fair and Exposition Center, from which some 47 balloons are scheduled to lift off at 7 o'clock in the morning. But the outlook is not terrific. Depending on which meteorologist you talk to, the chances for tomorrow's balloon race going off, the way things look now, are anywhere from a 50 to 90% that the race will be canceled. Many of the pilots began arriving.
Shines bright on my home, Kentucky home. 'Tis summer, the young folks are gay. The corn tops ripe and the meadows in the bloom, and the birds make music all the day. Oh, the young folks roll on the river and the floor, all merry, all happy and bright. By and by, summer knocks at the door, then my old Kentucky home, good night. Weep no more, my lady, oh, weep no more today. We will sing one song for my old Kentucky home, for my old Kentucky home far away. Weep no more, my lady, oh, weep no more today. We will sing one song for my old Kentucky home, for my old Kentucky home far away.
Hours, at least it will be mild. Temperatures will be in the mid-60s. Winds will be south to southeast at least at 12 miles an hour. Then for the mini marathon, again, showers and thunder showers will be around. Temperatures will range from 65 to 70, and it will be windy. Well, parade officials are watching the weather carefully. Chuck Olmstead has more on one very special float that could actually rust if it rains next Thursday.
Well, that's right, Chuck. I don't have to tell you that it just wouldn't be Derby without the Pegasus Parade. And this year, something special. Get a load of this, the Kentucky Harvest Edible Float. Steve Levy and Danny Perry over here at Levy Brothers, you've been working on it. Catholic kids have been donating these cans. How many do you have up here?
Got about 1,000 cans right here.
What about the fruit above? You going to go all the way across?
All the way across the rainbow into the world.
Boy, that's really something. Nice work, by the way. Of course, you know, you think of the Derby, you think of other things. You think of the boat race, the mini marathon, and, of course, the chow wagon. Hamburgers and hot dogs and plenty of beer was sold, even though it really wasn't that hot. But that didn't stop people like Beverly Fife from coming out.
I look forward to Derby week every year, and as soon as chow wagon's open, I'm here.
Of course, there are two other locations for the chow wagon out in the East End at the Outlets Mall, and of course there's one down in Dixie Manor Mall as well. By the way, what are they going to do with this after Thursday's parade? Kentucky Harvest is going to donate it to the Urban League. A nice way to finish out the event of that parade. This is Chuck Olmstead with a live action cam.
Thank you, Chuck. And if those Derby events are not enough to fill your appetite, tomorrow is also opening day at Churchill Downs. Workers are busy sweeping floors, washing windows, and getting the track spruced up for tomorrow. Even the tote board is being checked to make